Good afternoon. We are in Warren, Michigan, and we have Eddie. Eddie's Yorkie, and he has some type of a skin problem. It's pretty severe. I waited until I got the disgusting part off his neck because I didn't want to gross you guys out. But now that we've soaked him, I might be able to get this tuft of hair off. He had open sores, almost like an abscess on his neck, and the owner didn't know, but they took that stuff you wrap your foot with, like if you have a sprain. What is it called? Basically, it sports wrap. It adheres to itself.
Gauze.
No, it wasn't gauze. It was the sports wrap stuff that tightens to itself. They tightened it around his neck, thinking that they would help it by catching the drainage. That is the worst thing you could do, and I'm just letting you guys know this because how are you going to know unless somebody tells you? But when you have like an abscess or an open wound that has pus and nasty stuff coming out of it, I mean, it's okay to put something lightly on it just to catch the flow, but don't ever tighten something around it so that the air can't get to it and that it can't drain properly. Now he has, and I don't know if he had this before, it's my first time doing him, he has a really bad lump in his neck area, it's swollen, so yeah, don't ever do that. So we are going to attempt to try to get the rest of this off. Now that I've gotten all the pus and dried stuff out of it, we may be able to get a little further. Good boy. I know, you're really sore. It has one rather large area here that it drains from, and I'm sure it's got some more over here. But it's really important to let these things drain. It made it worse. I'm very sure of that. Even though I've never groomed this dog before, I can tell you right now, putting a compress type thing around his neck made it much worse. You just can't do that. Let that stuff flow. He smells better. He smelled like rotting carcass when we started peeling that stuff off. And the owners, don't get me wrong, they have tried everything with this dog. I'm going to ask him what they're feeding him, but to my knowledge, he's been having skin issues for quite a while, and it just gets to the point where it's severe, and then he gets an infection, but I just want you to know they're not the type of people that just, hurt their dog or, whatever. They're very good to their dogs, but I only get on here just to educate you and let you know something like this, it needs air. See, it's already draining, and that's what you want. You want it to drain. You do not want things backing up in their system. You can tell this dog does not feel well. When we first got him in here, he's kind of lethargic. They've got him on antibiotics. They said, well, it's not helping. Well, now it all makes sense. The infection just kept being stuck in his body. It never was allowed to drain out. And I don't know why their vet didn't give them better instructions on things, but he's really sweet. He is a really sweet dog. I'm not sure of his age, but he looks to be a little older. I'm going to go take that sports stuff that they've been putting on this dog's neck, and I'm going to take it with me. So they can't do that no more. I gave him a hypoallergenic shampoo with no scent in it. Don't get me wrong, his whole body is not inflamed or anything, but he does have, I don't know if it's an autoimmune disease, if he's got an infection to something in his food and in his environment. I really don't know. It's my first time ever meeting this dog. So, I know his ears were really bad. He's got one little spot on his skin. Give me the purple potion. See, he's trying to dig right now. Treat his ears. His ears were really, really dirty. Purple potion has gentian violet in it. It's an antimicrobial, antifungal, antibacterial. It helps with bacteria things in your body. So whether he's on antibiotics or not, that is not going to hurt him. All it's going to do is possibly help heal it a little quicker. We are not going to put anything on his neck. I usually put a bandana on him. We're not going to dry him because I don't want to add any more heat. His body is he's just miserable. I'm sure he feels better now. Where's those scissors I had? I'm sure he feels better now. But he even has some type of an infection on the lower part of his jaw here. Here, baby. It's real sore. I think what's happening is his tooth is catching things. But it was real sensitive when I went to shave around there. Try to get that hair away from there. Yeah. So we're not going to put any colognes on him. We're not going to put any perfumes. No bandana like we normally do. I shaved him right down to nothing to try to get that hair off, to check his skin for other things. I found, one little spot on his back that's real sensitive. I cleaned his ears out really good, put purple potion in there, got all that scab off it was literally a necklace of scabs on top of this abscess, and as soon as I started pulling that off, it started oozing, like it needed to come out. You have to let things breathe. Like I said, I'm going to steal their sports stuff, so they can't put that on this dog's neck no more. I'm sure they won't now that I've told them not to do that. You're such a good boy. Hopefully this starts to heal, because this dog, like I said, he was real lethargic from the infection. I'm going to sterilize everything, wipe it down. Grab those scissors I just had. Make sure I re-sterilize those. Open them up and spray it on the blades. Turn them upside down. Okay. Now we're going to wipe them.
Did you do those already?
Yeah, I cleaned all the blades. Okay, so I guess we're going to go back in and talk to the owners.